we're back, and of course I got two famous people here. Doug Scarborough and Lisa Brzezinski, who I started their morning very earlier. I have to give you a news bulletin that we've been reporting what the New York Times reported this morning. New York Times reported that Governor Palin of Alaska, the nominee for vice president, was a member of the Alaska Independence Party for 2 years, a member of the party. The Republican National Committee right here in St. Louis is denying that story, so we'll have to see how that develops. They say she was a Republican. New York Times reported that she was a member of that independent party for 2 years. So we're going to figure that out as the day goes on. We'll be here all night.
If I can say also,
this show Scarborough.
just adding up that the McCain campaign just told me, and they talked about Jake Tapper for ABC. Jake Tapper yesterday put it on his column on ABC.com that she was a member of the independent party in Alaska, but in fact she wasn't. They produced all of the cards to show she's been a lifelong Republican since 1982. They're upset, though, the McCain campaign, is because Tapper updated his blog without putting that information out there. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of false facts flying around right now.
We'll see whether the party may thought she was a member, but she was actually registered Republican. There's possibly. Yeah. There's a number of permutations possible there. But Joe, you get up. Let's just talk about the nice stuff.
Okay.
You get up in that nice restaurant. What's it called? What's it called?
Keys Cafe.
Keys Cafe was the great breakfast place for grumpy old men. Not everybody grumpy. We still have breakfast together. You start at 5 o'clock in the morning. Central Time, right?
Yeah.
And you go on to when?
10 o'clock at night.
So if people want to fix a political fix in the morning,
yeah.
They should get to 5 o'clock in the morning here to find out what's going on, right?
That's right, 5 o'clock here. 4 o'clock in Denver. This is actually a little bit easier.
Yeah, so we're sleeping in.
Yeah. But you're here now.
We are here now.
You have a sort of interesting relationship. It's sort of like, it reminds me, I know you're not married or anything, but it's like you're all married. You're married to separate people, which is very important.
Yeah.
But you're sort of on-stage marriage here. It's sort of like Tracy and Hepburn, I think. It's a kind of you're like the mosquito and he's like the rhino. You're like, you fight him and then he reacts and then he tries to pull rank and you don't let him pull rank.
Am I Tracy or Hepburn?
Well, I think we go to the usual orders there without too much complication.
Yeah.
Although, what do you think? So I'm just going to ask the crowd. Let's get the crowd involved. What do you think of Joe and Deacon? I think we're going to look at the crowd here. Well, first of all, I'm going to let you, the audience, ask questions of these people right now the other way. Do you have a thought? There we go. Well, ask him where he stands politically, what he wants to do with his life. He's only young.
I'd love to ask you where you stand politically, but you're so Republican that it sometimes seems like maybe a little to the left. Am I right?
Well, actually, it's so funny. I've got people that 10 years ago called me a right-wing fanatic who are now calling me a liberal, when in fact my positions are the same. It's just the Republican Party over the past 4 or 5 years that stopped being a party that believed in fiscal discipline. It's a party that stopped believing in being conservative with the use of troops across the world. They've stopped being conservative, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people have been very, very concerned. So I believe the same thing now that I believed 10 years ago. It's just my party is not acting like the party that I came to Congress with in 1995.
It sounds like there's an overlap here between traditional conservatism of William F. Buckley and Barry Goldwater, defend the interests of the United States, none of this neocon stuff, and the beliefs of the Brzezinski family.
Well,
very similar beliefs here.
Actually, the Brzezinski family is very diverse.
Okay.
We have McCain campaign people and Obama campaign people.
And where would you be in that, Jessica?
Where would I be? Actually,
you don't have to tell me.
Okay. I'm about to answer.
Just go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I know you're all objective reporters and so forth.
We try to be.
But how do you really feel like Palin is the most qualified vice presidential?
Palin, we're working on that pronunciation.
I thought Minnesota, I'm sorry.
I'd like to answer that too. I mean, you just asked, is Palin the most qualified? Obviously, she doesn't have the experience that Joe Biden has, but at the same time, Barack Obama doesn't have the experience that Joe Biden has.
He's had a campaign for 2 years.
Well, he has a campaign.
Yeah, 2 millions of people.
Yeah, somebody's running back there. Barack Obama came out today and he said, I've had the experience, I've built this wonderful campaign, I've got a bigger budget. Well, the fact of the matter is that if you're going to talk about the budget he's run since he's been running the campaign, you're actually...
The budget is new people.
Well, I mean, you've got somebody who's been a governor of Alaska longer than he's been running the campaign with billions of dollars.
Let's go down the line here.
Just a personal question. Now, growing up with your family, I mean, talk about statesmen. How was it growing up like that? And what kind of...
Brzezinski.
A living and breathing hell. Being Brzezinski, what was was it like?
It was a great experience, and it was very challenging for everybody in the family. And, you know, when you see some of these young people going through what some of the candidates' kids are going through, being under the microscope, I feel for them. I really do.
She actually, during the Camp David Accord, seriously, the
Oh, no, let's not
she
go
was
there.
driving in a golf cart, hold on, and ran over the knock and bacon.
No, I just hit him.
You just
I just hit him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we gotta come right back. What was the right thing asked when you're 8 years old? So what is your global strategy?
Yeah, so I started at 5 years old.
Okay, we're right back. This is Mika Brzezinski. Get up at 5 and watch her. Get up and watch this guy, too. We'll be right back. We're covering all that stuff. Race to the White House with David Gregory. Coming up now.